Hey everyone, thanks for being here today and welcome to the Cooking with Angela and Julie show. I am Julie, also known as the Cancer Dietitian, and this is Angela here with Angela Dennison, who is with Wellness House in Chicago. So Wellness House is a cancer support nonprofit, and Cancer Services is also a cancer support nonprofit that I work for in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She's in Chicago, but we are doing these videos as a collaborative, mostly because Angela's really fun and creative in the kitchen. And if you all know me, I'm pretty fun, I think, but less creative in the kitchen. So Angela's bringing some flair to these videos. And yes, we will be offering videos every other month. And so these are our February recipes. We have loaded sweet potatoes, which we're going to be doing today, but we'll also have recipe videos for roasted cabbage and super simple winter salads. So be sure to check them all out. But welcome, Angela. I'm so glad that you're here with me today.
Thank you so much for having me, Julie. I'm so excited to cook with you.
Yes. So let's see. Tell us about our recipe. What are we doing today?
All right, we are doing some loaded sweet potatoes. It is an incredibly easy meal to make, and it's very versatile. So you can kind of top it in a lot of different ways. And so I did some oven roasted sweet potatoes, but Julie, I understand you did something different with your potatoes today.
I did. So I am somebody who tends to get distracted in my cooking, and I like to kind of use a real efficient process. So I have done potatoes in the crock pot before, but the sweet potatoes that I did today, I went ahead and did in the Instant Pot. So I'll show you what they look like here in my extra screen here. So I have them layered on top of each other. I love the Instant Pot because you set it and you can go away and you don't have to worry about things overcooking. So it took 15 minutes in the Instant Pot. And what's important when you're cooking sweet potatoes or regular potatoes in the Instant Pot is they're relatively the same size. So when I pick the potatoes in the grocery store, I try to pick them the same size. They, of course, will cook faster if they're smaller sizes. And you'll see with these, I cut them into little smaller pieces. I cut them about the size I thought that we would eat them. And then I just set the Instant Pot to cook for 15 minutes. It heated up, it cooked them. I did the quick release for those of you Instant Pot users, QR, and they were done. The other option, though, that I grabbed while I was at the store is if doing them in an Instant Pot, I did like 3 potatoes, big ones. But you might be a household that's a little smaller. So I did grab one of these wrapped up sweet potatoes that you can put in your microwave. I have done this before, especially for smaller households. It can be a great simple way for you to cook sweet potatoes and get them ready for your toppings right in the microwave.
I love that. Super simple.
Yes. And we forgot to mention, we chose this recipe because it's Heart Month and Valentine's Day. So we are highlighting a lot of different red foods in this recipe.
Yes. Yumma, yumma, and good for our heart.
Yes.
All right. So should we dive into it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Do it.
So Julie and I, we both pre-cooked our sweet potatoes. So those are good to go. But what we're going to be doing is preparing our toppings. And like we said, it can be pretty versatile. Julie and I have some similar ingredients as each other today, a little bit different, but that again just goes to show that you can use some different things. So today what's going on our sweet potatoes is some red onion. We're going to have some red pepper, some seasonings, some beautiful red kidney beans, some avocado, salsa. So there's just a lot of different things that we're going to be adding on top. But what we're going to do first is we're going to dice up our onion. We're not going to utilize the whole thing. I'll probably do about a quarter or so. But it's really up to you how much onion you would like to include. But what I'm going to do is start warming up my pan just on low heat, because when I put my onion in the pan, I want to hear, a little bit of that sizzle. So what I'm going to do is get this warmed up. I have it on like medium heat. And then I'm going to drizzle some of my avocado oil right into the pan.
And just in case you don't know, this is Julie over here.
Yes.
So I'm cooking along with Angela.
Yes.
she's using avocado oil, which I think is, again, fancier than me. So I have canola oil.
Either one is great. Both are high heat, right? Neutral flavor. So whatever you have hanging around, folks, I think that'll be great. So let's grab our onion. What I like to do is cut it from like, root to stem. And I'm going to cut that in half again. And when you're working with an onion, just go ahead and take off that very top and bottom, and then we're going to peel the very top layer. And you can do the whole half of onion if you really like onion. They cook down, right? So it'll create less volume as it continues to cook. But I'm going to use my knife and make these slits without going all the way through the other half. And then I'm going to turn it, and this gets me a really nice small little dice. So it's super easy, kind of no fuss, getting a nice dice on the onion here. And I'm going to add these onions straight into my pot. And then along with that, I'm going to add a little pinch of salt and pepper. So you can hear the sizzle right away, which is good. Add a little salt. Let's start to build those flavors. A little pinch of pepper. Move your onion around to make sure it's coated with your oil. And just take a look. If it seems to be too hot, if it starts browning right away, get that heat lowered. And also what I want to say, so I'm a big multitasker in the kitchen. Julie, I'm not sure about you.
Yeah,
but,
that's when I forget.
Okay. Yes.
I forget I'm doing something else, but yes.
What I was going to say is, what you could do, depending on your level of comfort in the kitchen, is get everything prepped first, because that can make your cooking experience just a little bit, I don't know, maybe easygoing, less stressful, but it all depends on what what feels good to you. So getting everything prepped ahead of time can be just another easy way. So as our onions are sauteing, let's grab our red pepper. So a nice, red food for a healthy heart. And, red peppers are loaded with vitamin C. So keep that in mind. This is how I like to cut my peppers. So here we have our pepper. We're going to cut off the very bottom. And that's when we create what I call a house. And so we're going to have it flat on its bottom. And then let's go ahead and chop down the walls of that house. So you're literally going to turn and chop, turn and chop. And then you're really left with just the centerpiece. And we're going to go ahead and discard that.
Which, by the way, you can eat it.
Yes.
I do sometimes. People think I'm crazy, but you can.
No, absolutely. And what do you do with it, Julie?
Oh, I just chomp on it in my mouth.
Okay. Okay. Seeds and
like
all?
bite it like just eating an apple or whatever. It tastes just like a pepper.
Okay. Then yes, enjoy that. I'm just going to do a quick, okay, just checking on my onions. And we're really just going to dice up our red pepper here. So as you can see, Julie and I were making strips, and then you can go ahead and dice it up. Now, if you prefer to leave it in strips, go ahead. They're your topped sweet potatoes. You can really do it in any form. I personally like it just a little bit on the smaller side. Makes it, easy to eat. Right, and I'm just going to chop up the rest of this red pepper here. And then let's go ahead and get that in the pan. But take a look at your onions, right? So if you feel like they need a little bit more simmer time, certainly give it that time. Because really all these toppings, they're not going to take long to cook. So let's go ahead and get our red peppers into that pan. And I will add another just little pinch of salt, continue to build those flavors. And mix to coat. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some seasonings into our pot here. Now, we have some smoked paprika, we have ground cumin, some chili powder. Smoked paprika is not spicy, okay? But it just adds this like really nice flavor. It's a little smoky and it goes well with the cumin and chili powder. So you can go ahead and add, about a half teaspoon of each or so, depending on your preference. Again, I really think a lot of seasonings can be to taste. So, you do what seems good. You can certainly do some other flavors as well. All right, so a little ground cumin here. It looks like I'm adding a lot, but
paprika smells real good.
right? Oh,
And I've
so
had
good.
smoked paprika hummus. That's my favorite.
Ooh, very nice. And the thing about using dried spices, right, Julie, is we want to get them on the heat early. We want to open up those flavors, get everything coated with those spices.
Now, what about our garlic?
So we are going to add our garlic. Personally, I add my garlic later into the cooking process.
Right.
Because, yeah, I don't like to burn it. It really doesn't need too much time. We just want to smell that fragrance and then it's good to go. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add my red kidney beans right into my pot, as well as my greens. And I'm going to get that all mixed, get those beans warmed up, and get those greens wilting.
Oh, I haven't cut my greens yet.
Oh, okay. You can go ahead and do that. I'm using just regular old baby spinach. Julie, what do you have over there today?
I got rainbow chard, and it's funny because when I was at the grocery store buying all these ingredients, the checkout woman was like, "Oh, you're buying a lot of red food." So it gave me a little thrill that she noticed.
The person who checked me out did not notice. That's quite all right.
All right, I'm going to do two of these rainbow chards, and I'm just pulling them off the stem and loosely chopping them.
Very nice. And I'll just add my bowl of baby spinach here. And now, as our greens are wilting, I'm going to get my garlic going. Are you using fresh garlic, Julie?
No, I have this minced garlic already in my, wait, where did it go? I'm the worst with this camera. There we go.
There we go.
Just a minced garlic already in my fridge. Sometimes I'll mince a whole lot at a time, but I took the easy route and purchased this one.
Very nice. I sometimes will buy this like peeled garlic.
Oh,
and
yes.
then, yeah, I'll throw it in the freezer because I love
that
to
what
use my
you have?
microplane. Yes.
That's what you have right there. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Although,
oh, my mom just gave me a microplane for Christmas too. So you use the microplane
I do.
to shred up. I don't know, is it shredded? Whatever. So basically,
To like grate it.
Yep. Yeah, grate it.
Huh. And yeah, so whether it's, I do it with my garlic, my ginger, even turmeric, whole spices. I think this is one of the best kitchen tools to add flavor. Awesome.
Do you whatever, grate it straight from the, here's mine, straight from the freezer?
I do.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of key because it's still, when it's frozen, it's nice and solid. But once it starts to thaw, it gets a little soft, so it's hard to grate. But as you can see, it just grates up really, really nicely. And the nice thing about it getting so small like this is it really distributes itself throughout the dish and really helps build flavor. So let me come show you all just how thin or just how, fine that actually is. It's like almost like a garlic paste, right? So we're going to be adding that into our dish. We're going to stir it to make sure it's nice and coated on all of our ingredients. And once our greens are wilted, really, that's it. Everything has been cooked and warmed through. So I just want to give another minute or so on my mixture, Julie. How's yours coming along?
I'm ready. It's all wilted down. It's the perfect ratio.
Looks good. Looks very good. Okay. I'm just going to give mine another 30 seconds or so. But it smells really nice.
While you're doing that, I was going to tell people that while I was at the store, buying all these red foods, I happened to cross the produce section and they had these beautiful red currants and I couldn't pass them up since we're doing all these red foods. So I'm actually going to try. I've had snacked on some today. They're very tart. And I love tart foods. So I'm going to try popping those on the top of our dish and see how the tartness goes with the other ingredients. But they're so cute. I'm going to open them and show you.
Ooh, those look awesome. I'm excited to hear how it works on the sweet potatoes. I bet it's going to be awesome. Yeah. Okay. So our garlic is in, our greens are wilted. I'm going to turn off my pan. And then I want to get a couple of other things onto my potato. So I have some green onion and cilantro and avocado and fresh lime and some salsa. What do you got over for your additional toppings, Julie?
So I also have salsa. We always keep salsa at home. And then, finding the perfect avocado is a challenge. So there were no perfect avocados to be had today. But I did find this is a product. It was, I don't have the packaging now, but it's basically just diced avocados in these packages, and you can freeze avocado too. So, the extra package that I got, this came in a pack of 2, could go in the freezer, but I'm very excited that it's just avocado. So basically kind of, if you can't find the ripe kind, but you can find this done in the refrigerated section, then that solves your problem.
That's great.
I've
never seen anything like that out by me.
What? It was with the prepared guacamole, but I wasn't really interested in, all the flavorings that comes with the guacamole. For this particular dish, I like it otherwise. I just wanted the good plain avocado flavor because I felt like all the other things were going to bring great flavor. I didn't want to compete.
Absolutely. All right. Awesome. Okay. So I chopped up my green onion. So that's here. And let's give my cilantro a little chop. Now, these are optional, right? Like we said, you can kind of add a variety of different toppings. If you don't love cilantro, you can leave it out, certainly. In my experience, you kind of love it or you don't.
I do love it.
Me too. And then some people say it tastes like soap to them. So
yes, my mother.
My sister. So I'm just giving that a chop. And I just love that freshness, right? Of any fresh herb, your cilantro, your parsley, it just really brings it, just elevates it to a whole new level. So we have that there. And then I'm just going to cut my avocado here. So I'm just going to slice that. And then here we have our avocado. Now you can get fancy and cut it into cubes, but I'm literally I'm going to be mashing everything up anyways and eating it together. So I'm going to just squeeze it on top right out of the skin when I'm ready. So what do you think? Should we start topping?
Yes.
All right.
Let's make our dish.
Do it. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I have my sweet potato here. Do you have an order you put it in?
I'm doing all my beans and greens first.
Yeah.
Oh, these are loaded. I mean, talk about loaded sweet potatoes.
Yes. And loaded with nutrients.
Yes.
Double bonus.
Yes. Woohoo.
All right, I'm going to put my avocado. This is going to be pretty. I'm going to need to take a picture.
Oh, me too.
It's going to be so pretty. A little bit of salsa.
Oh, yeah. Looking good. Looking good.
I would say this is a pretty affordable dish too. Sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, by the way, are North Carolina's like #1 crop, or we're the top producer of sweet potatoes.
Ah,
So they're very affordable. Beans are super affordable. Greens are
yes.
typically very affordable. The peppers I bought were on sale today. So, eating healthy can be affordable if you're savvy about it. Now, the currants, I can't speak for that. They weren't super cheap, but they were fun.
I
I'm
agree,
gonna try 'em.
Julie. I totally agree. There's so many ways to be frugal but still eat healthy. And if we're sticking to like really basic whole food items, they're easy to find. And typically, yeah, they can be very incredibly affordable.
All right, I'm
These
going
are
for these currants. There's no going back.
no going back. That
All the
looks
currants I put on
awesome.
here.
I'm
That is
gonna add a
super
little.
loaded.
That
I'm
looks
glad it's
awesome.
lunchtime.
I'm gonna add a little hot sauce to mine. I was telling Julie I'm a hot sauce gal. I just
Nice.
love it. Here, let me give you a little closer glance. Oh
Oh my
yeah,
gosh, that is very loaded.
they are very loaded.
Okay, we
Loaded sweet
have
potatoes.
to eat them
Oh
on
yes.
camera. I'm
Give
gonna
our
try
honest
not to be
feedback.
too
Oh,
messy.
lime. Real quick.
Oh yeah,
Just gonna
I
roll my
had a
lime
lemon.
out. Soften that up. A little
All right.
squeeze here. Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Okay, I'm going
All
for it.
right, Julie. Cheers.
It's so good. And
Mm.
the currants are definitely add a good. I mean, when you have like the salsa and also the lemon or the lime, the currants really complement that really well.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to have to try that next time. I really am.
Mm,
This is absolutely delicious.
that's so fun.
And if you want to if you want to eat this throughout the week, you can pre-roast your potatoes. You can make all your toppings. Then all you have to do is warm up your potato, throw your toppings on. It's a super easy make ahead recipe too.
Yeah, you could make them already in little dishes in your fridge, and then they're ready for heating up either at home or at work or for dinner time. I'm a big fan of, like, if I'm going to cook something, if I'm going to cook sweet potatoes in the Instant Pot, I'm going to do a lot of them. And then we'll use them in, a variety of different ways, or I'll go ahead and pre-pack my lunches for the whole week.
Awesome.
Great idea. All right. Does that cover us on this one?
I think so.
I think we gave you everything you needed to know. So thank you all for watching, and be sure to check out all our recipe videos. You can find them on wellnesshouse.org or the Cancer Dietitian YouTube channel, or over on cancerdietitian.com. Just click on the recipe tab and let us know what you think. Send us your pictures, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much.
Enjoy. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Julie.
Yes, thank you.